Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's Demo Jam. We are super excited to have you, and today we're going to be talking with four amazing participants. We've got Apttus, DocuSign, InsideSales.com, and Drawloop, and they're going to be battling it out for your votes for the best demo of the day. Our hosts today are two amazing Salesforce MVPs, Grosse and Joshua Hoskins. And my name is Amanda Nelson. I'm with the AppExchange marketing team. Today's webinar is recorded. We'll have it on our YouTube channel and shared via Twitter at AppExchange as early as tomorrow. You can follow along on Twitter at #DemoJam, or you can follow at AppExchange on Twitter. And please ask your questions. Every app will have a Q&A portion. So ask your questions in the chat window or on Twitter with the #DemoJam. All right, I'm going to hand it over to Josh and Jeff to get this party started.
Thanks a lot, Amanda. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Next slide, please. So here are just a couple rules around the Demo Jam. So as Amanda mentioned, we're going to have these guys battle it out to win. So the best person who has the demo wins. Each one of the participants will have 3 minutes to deliver their live demo, and they'll get sort of a warning sign they'll get a warning sign before they're done. And then, like Amanda mentioned, please mention your questions inside the chat, because at the end of the demo, we will have one question that we'll be able to ask the partners from it. And all of these partners have been asked to do 0 slides. So if any of the partners show for 1 slide, don't vote for them. So those are the 3 rules that are about the Demo Jam. Once again, 3-minute live demo, 1 question, and 0 slides. And last and not least, if you are participating with your company, the votes for your own company will not be accepted. All right, so we're going in. So our first participant is Apttus. So Apttus is an enterprise software as a service solution. They deliver the complete quote-to-cash customer process. And do we have Dom on?
Yes, I am on the line here.
Hey, Dom, how are you doing today?
Doing great.
All right, you're the first one up. Jeff has got 2, I've got 2, so, you know, we've got to make this happen for the rest of the team out there. So over to you, Dom. Tell us a little bit about Apttus.
All right, Apttus provides quote-to-cash on the Salesforce platform. Quote-to-cash includes CPQ, configure price quote, CLM, contract lifecycle management, and then we also do revenue management. So we can manage all of the financial entities of the quote and the contract, all built 100% on Salesforce.
All right, so what's your demo?
All right, so I'm going to begin right now. So I'm going to put my little timer on. All right, so thank you. My name is Dom Stahl. I'm a sales engineer at Apttus, and today I'm very excited to show you how we can create a quote and a contract in the new Lightning Experience UI. So today I'm playing the role of a sales rep for a company called Green Tech. We're a solar manufacturer. I have 3 minutes, or else I'm not going to hit my quote. I need to get this quote out, or else I'm not going to hit my number for the quarter. So the first thing I'm going to do, we can see I'm on an opportunity. I have my proposal price quote stage. First thing I need to do is click configure products. This is going to launch our product catalog. I'm going to be selling to the customer. So I'm going to click into one of my categories, commercial solutions. We have a 3 megawatt commercial solution. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my cart. We'll see, based upon my selection, 2 additional products have been added. And so because of this particular selection, we have an inclusion rule that says I have to sell those additional products. Now we're on the cart page. I can make any adjustment if I would like. I'm not going to make any adjustments. I'm just going to go ahead and click generate document. What this is going to do is it's going to finalize our configuration. And in addition to that, it's also going to generate the proposal document that I can send out to the customer. So we'll see this is pulled in our account information. This is pulled in our opportunity information and the proposal line items or the products I'm going to be selling to the customer. Now when we turn back into Salesforce, we will now see I land on the quote record in the system. Get to this. And the next thing I need to do is now accept this particular quote. So I'm going to talk to the customer earlier today. Everything was good. Go ahead and accepted this particular quote. Now when I land back on the opportunity, we will see that my quote status has been updated to accepted. I have my total contract value, and now I can create a agreement or a contract between me and the customer for this deal. So the next thing we do is create an MSA or a contract between me and the customer. And from here, this is going to pull in our account information, our opportunity information, and the proposal information, the products I'm selling, into a contract document. So now I'm going to generate the actual contract in Word document format in case we need to do any sort of redlining or negotiations. Once this is generated, I can send this out for e-signature. I don't want to steal DocuSign's thunder, so the next thing I'm going to do is just activate this particular contract. This is then going to activate it in the system. So when I return back to the opportunity, we will now see that my opportunity has been updated to closed and won. And I hit my number for the quarter.
I think you just got your deal out in the nick of time. So kudos.
Right in the nick of time. So closed won, everything's accepted, and the contract is now in effect.
Nice. Thank you so much, Dom, for doing that for you. Kudos to you for also showing the new Lightning experience. That looks fantastic and upgraded. So we're going to start with a question. So we have one question from the audience from a fellow MVP. Her name is Kelly. Kelly asked, what is your key differentiator from your direct competitors?
I would say the key differentiator is that we have built this from the ground up. We're a completely native solution, and our entire footprint is built on the platform, and it completely streams from the entire quoting process, downline through the contract, and into the revenue management, and then finally into the ERP. We built everything on the platform where your sales users live every single day, and so we take advantage of all the native functionality that Salesforce has to offer.
Nice. Very impressive. Jeff, over to you. Let's see if you can top that.
That sounds good, Dom. Thanks for that. So the next one up in the ring today is DocuSign. So you guys have probably all used DocuSign at some point in your life. If you've accepted a job offer or anything recently, you've probably used DocuSign. They are the fastest, most secure way to sign and approve just about anything on a mobile device. Anywhere that you can go, you can sign with DocuSign. So we've got Andy Zhu with us. He is partner product manager at DocuSign, and he is going to be showing us a lightning fast demo of what DocuSign can do. Andy, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, sounds good. So my name is Andy. I'm product manager here, and I'll be running through a very quick example, just like Dom. We have 3 minutes. We have to close a deal. We have to get a document signed, and we'll go ahead and walk through that right now. So with 3 minutes on the clock, we're looking right now into the opportunity that we want to close. You'll see it's in a certain status right now. It's at negotiation review. We have all the details already set for our customer. We'll see what products they want to buy. The agreement's already been agreed upon. So all we have to do then is go ahead and send out that document. But before we do that, let's go ahead and see what else DocuSign can do. We'll go ahead and review this order form. We're going to open up that document and see all the information pulled in from that opportunity, including not just what we saw on screen, but also shipping information, so the billing address, the shipping address, the other prices that we did not see on there as well. And you'll see on this page, this is where we have all this information, so you can preview it, make sure it looks correct prior to sending out. But we know it's all correct because this is all done automatically behind the scenes. So since everything's done, we can go ahead and click on send, and that will automatically send out that document for us. And so all that we need to do now is wait for our customer, Sam Signer, to go ahead and sign that document. So you'll see here right now we get confirmation indeed that that contract's been sent. We'll go ahead and just wait for that to happen. And that will happen pretty much immediately too. So Sam Signer, our recipient, will actually get that email very shortly. We'll go ahead and open it up. And this email can be fully customized, but right now we'll go ahead and just follow these big yellow buttons because we're trying to close this deal really quick. We'll go ahead and click on Review Document. We don't have to sign into any sort of additional system or whatnot. We can go ahead and click on Continue, follow through these big buttons, click Start, put in our purchase information, or it could be any sort of data too. This will also be automatically transferred into Salesforce when you're completed with this document. We'll continue, click next. We can go ahead and sign this down, but before that, we notice that the shipping method is slow boat. Nobody wants to work slow. We're going to just go through air and have that shipped to us immediately. We'll go ahead and then sign, and here we can adopt our signature. We can go ahead and draw that out if we want. If we're using our cell phone, if we're using a mobile device, we could draw that out, but because you'll see that I'm on a laptop right now, it doesn't come out as nice. We can go ahead and just select the signature that looks a little more nicer to me. So I'll go ahead and select the signature, adopt and sign, and finish. And that closes out that entire transaction very, very quickly. We're done signing now. Additionally, once we're done signing, we'll go ahead and click on Get Messages one more time. We get the completed messages directly back in our inbox. On the other side, when we are sending out this information, we can return back to that opportunity. We can refresh this one more time, and we'll see that that information comes directly back into Salesforce. Purchase order, the number we put in, the completed document itself. And if we go one more second here, we'll give it a second for the trigger to kick off and the stage turns to close one automatically. So 3 minutes.
You ended right at the right time there. Hey, that looks good, Andy, and that's actually very familiar to me because I've used DocuSign personally a lot of times for a lot of different places. We got a question from the audience here, finding out, was the actual document generation created in DocuSign?
The document generation itself is not generated inside DocuSign. We have multiple partners that we can go through to do that document generation, or we also have templates too that allow you to do that document generation, creating templates, using documents that you go with over and over, and have that pre-populated and set up for multiple use cases too.
Awesome. I think the really cool thing about that, though, too, is that when you look at that document, the person signing it has an option that you can give them the option to change a few of those data things, like the slow boat, changing it to air. It's not just that you have this finalized document that you have to go ahead and sign no matter what it says. You give them an option to make a change to it and send that to you. So that's fantastic. Awesome.
Absolutely. There's so much configurability. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Andy. Next up, I'm going to hand it over to Joshua.
Thanks, Jeff. Great job. All right, so our next partner that's up is going to be Drawloop. And Jim, are you out there?
Yeah, hey, Josh.
Hey, how's it going? So Jim, no pun intended, draws on more than 15 years of experience with document generation and management. And this, with that experience, they've developed the #1 top paid application on the AppExchange, or one of the ones that is most successful, should we say. So Jim, we're going to switch it over to you to give us some Drawloop awesomeness.
Super, thanks, Josh. We're going to take Drawloop through the flow of Salesforce, so we're going to quickly go through leads, interact back and forth, opportunities, and then account management. So here I'm on my new lead for Bill Smith, picked him up at a seminar. We're going to send him a customized overview of Drawloop. So I'm going to run that doc package. We're going to go ahead and download this for time. So in generating this, it's going to create a customized overview as well as give me representative customers that reflect Bill's industry, which is insurance. So if we quickly look at that doc, it's brought in my info on Bill. If we scroll down to my bullets, you'll see there it's brought in my insurance representative customers. So now we've advanced that lead to an ops, so we're going to pop over to ops. It's also there quickly. You notice it also created a scheduled demo task, which I successfully did. I've moved it to an op. So now we're on an op. I've got my products there set up. I've got a return on investment calculator. I've captured how they're currently creating docs, so I want to calculate what an ROI looks like for running Drawloop. So we're going to go ahead and create that sales quote. Getting my demo jam quote, again, going to download that, merging in my product line items, running my ROI calc, and going to present to me that output document. So if we quickly look at this doc, brought in my 3 products, gave me my total, and on the next page gave me my ROI. It gave me a 594% ROI. If we go back into here, if we look on Chatter, we've posted that quote, 22,175, and then we've also updated the stage to completed the price quote. And if we refresh here, you'll see we've brought in the 594% into my ROI calc. If we now click negotiate, that triggered a workflow to send to our friends at DocuSign. We'll show in a moment that account being sent out. So fast forward 12 months, we've been killing it with Acme Industries. A lot of our salespeople have a lot going on. I've got an internal meeting to manage the account, so I'm going to run my account plan summary. Going to download that in original PowerPoint format to meet with the team. Pulling in my dynamic org chart, page-by-page summary of all my ops. We'll quickly scroll through this doc, open that up, page through, real quickly, summary of what's going on, my org chart, who reports to who, summary of my ops, pie chart representation, and then a page-by-page summary of my ops. And then to finalize back on Gmail, we'll refresh here. We'll see Drawloop has automatically sent that contract to DocuSign for signature.
Wow. Wow, and you came in under time. Thanks so much for that demo. I mean, what you've done there is just sure amazing, and you've been able to also be able to integrate with DocuSign, the partner who just showed us their application as well. You know, my favorite thing about this is that PowerPoint generation. I mean, that's a huge time saver for people putting their PowerPoint documentation to either their external customer or their internal customers as well.
Thanks, Josh.
Hey, no problem. Thank you. And hey, thanks again for being lightning fast and also showing the brand new Lightning UI. All right. So thank you for that. So next up, we are going to turn it back over to Jeff. Jeff, you're out there.
You know what? I don't think we've ever had, Joshua, a case where partners hand it off to each other. We probably should have changed the order of this to make it go a little bit smoother there, but that is actually pretty cool because now it really emphasizes how AppExchange apps can work together, and it's not just picking one out there. There's so many different solutions, and they integrate together, so that's great to see the business processes supported there.
Hey, Jeff, we've got one question from let's see, Jen out there.
All right, do it.
Jen's question is, what was the approach used to develop that run DDP action? Is that a custom action with custom development code, or is it configuration?
It's configuration. So everything we walked through, Jen, today is available for download on the AppExchange.
Nice, great answer. Thanks, Jen, for your question. And back to you, Jeff.
All right, sounds good. Well, today for our fourth and final panelist out here, we've got Inside Sales. Now, you guys, I'm not sure if you're familiar with them or not, but they've got one of these apps that's called Power Dialer. It's not only #1 in the prescriptive sales actions and machine learning, lead prioritization, one-touch calling, as well as something called local presence. Allows you to dial from someplace local to where the person is that you're calling. These guys are folks that I've actually worked with prior in an insurance company out in California. We utilize them. Does some really amazing things. There's web engagement, email engagement, and some tracking, and something called Neurolytics, which I don't even know what that is, so maybe we'll get into that as well. But predictive analytics around lead scoring and stuff like that. So what we've got, is Ivan Hurt. So Ivan is Senior Product Marketing Manager at Inside Sales. Ivan, we're going to turn it over to you.
All right. I appreciate it. Oh, I love Halloween time.
Ivan! What the Sam heck is going on in here? I know you already hit quota, but your team hasn't. As a team manager, you can't be in here lollygagging. What's your plan to get your 10 sales reps to hit quota? I'll be back in 2 minutes, and you better have something good. What is that guy talking about?
I'm scared.
Look at this. We just helped Apttus. 40% higher calls, 80% connection rate, 30% pipeline improvement. We're blowing our numbers out. All right, let me sneak into the actual quota system and see what's actually out there. Let me find out what's going on here. Yeah, we had our quota. This is what we've been committing. That makes sense. Well, based upon our 80 billion sales interactions and all the information we have in Salesforce, we figured out all this upside. We're going to blow our numbers out. What is he complaining about? Oh, the commit risk. We have quite a bit risk. The machine is telling us a lot more risk here than I actually realized. All right, let me go in here and look at one of my deals. One of my opportunities. All right, perfect. Edge SLA, this is a great deal. Looks like I should win this. Ooh, may not win it this quarter though. Okay, here are some of the things I can do to bring this deal back in and make sure I get this deal closed this quarter. All right, well, I'm not going to worry about that one right now. Let me go in and look at some of the deals right here. There's just so many though. How can I figure this out? Okay, this is really helping me. This score right here, this neural score that lets me know which deals are most likely to move through the pipeline. And even more importantly, this contactability score. There we go. Which deals are most likely, which am I most likely to contact this hour? And this thing changes every hour, so I know who to call and who to be in touch with right now. All right, well, looks like we got this under control. I know who I'm gonna work with this guy, give him a call, figure it out, and actually, let's see. We'll just say in this case, I already gave him a call, and he responded. We had a nice appointment. I got that appointment set. Save that. Everything right in Salesforce, so I'm not doing twice as much work and doing anything. I can't believe he's still complaining.
Ivan, your 2 minutes are up. What do you have for me?
You see it right there. I'm at the top of the leaderboard. Just closed 2 more deals while you were gone. Set up some more appointments for my peers. And we're going to hit quota.
You're amazing.
Thanks, man. Take it easy. Rock on, baby.
You too.
Let's get back to some Michael Jackson. I love Halloween.
Awesome job, Ivan. I wish we could turn the mic open to the whole audience there, because that is definitely a creative way of approaching it, and you showed us some really cool stuff there. In fact, actually, I was going to say, it's beyond the power dialer stuff. You guys have got a whole bunch more involved in that goes way beyond just dialing, about the whole idea of who should I be calling, who should I be working with, how am I going to win more deals this quarter. So I am going to ask this one question. You talked about the neural score in there. What exactly is Neuralytics, and what does it do for sales?
I appreciate that. So Neuralytics is really a combination of about 90 billion sales interactions, and then the information that's also in your individual Salesforce instance. We bring that together with a predictive analytics engine that's focused on sales. And that together is what brings that ability to know which deals to work on best that are going to go all the way through the pipeline, and which deals to contact right now. There's another piece that tells you who to email and whether they've opened, where they're in their buying cycle, if they've hit your website or if they forward your proposal. But all that is the easy stuff. I wanted to show you some of the harder parts, getting to the right people at the right time.
Well, exactly. That's fantastic. And by the way, the fact that you had the Apttus tie in there with the press release, that was awesome as well. So many thanks to you there, Ivan. Good job on the demo for all the participants today. Now, here's what the deal is. There is a voting that's going on, so there are some bragging rights around who did the demo jam and who you liked best. So what we're going to do is we're going to be opening up a poll inside of GoToWebinar. We'd like for you guys to join in and vote for the partner that you feel did the best job today on the demo jam. And then what we're going to do is, in a few minutes, we're going to reveal who the winner of that is. But in the meantime, we're going to do a little bit of a public service announcement, a little bit of a time of Joshua and myself going through a few things here. So Joshua, what have you got today on our announcements and what's going on in the community?
Hey, thanks, Jeff. Well, you happen to be my first guest for the Demo Jam public service announcements. How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good. The thing was, I did not ask to be put in this position, but I'm glad to talk about it anyway.
You're not supposed to know what we're supposed to talk about. You already killed it.
Oh.
All right. So, hey, Jeff, how was your Dreamforce, by the way?
Dreamforce was awesome. Dreamforce, of course, was huge. It was, almost a month ago now. In fact, it was a month ago. And there was so much going on there. This is my 11th Dreamforce to be at, so I've seen a lot of change in the Dreamforce cycle and the way that it works. But I tell you, there's so much information to take in there and great things around. You think about what Internet of Things is capable of doing now and how really the changes in technology are getting through to people in almost every business out there. It's not just focused on high tech, it's all over the place.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, my Dreamforce was jam-packed too. I actually got to go to a lot of sessions this year. And the biggest thing was for me as well is seeing how Dreamforce has transformed. Many years ago. I mean, I remember when Mike Gerholtz was wearing his red shirt before he had his podcast, and man, look how successful he is now. So it definitely has transformed. But speaking about,
did you actually wear a red shirt this year?
he was wearing a suit.
Oh,
What's
man.
that all?
I'll tell you what, I was wondering, that was one of my two things. It was one thing I was wondering for Dreamforce is, will I ever see Mike in a red shirt again?
One day, we'll have to put that on his list. Maybe I'll give him one for Christmas. But speaking of podcasts, Jeff, I think you've got something going on a little bit too. What is this about this closed case podcast?
Yeah, Case Closed Podcast. It is something new. It just launched last week, actually. So Cheryl Feldman and myself, two MVPs in the MVP community, we just started a podcast around Service Cloud because here's the deal. We're both passionate about Service Cloud, and we didn't see anybody else talking about that specific part of Salesforce before. So we wanted to start something where we could talk about exactly how to use Service Cloud. What are the features of it? What are things that people haven't been trying out yet? What are some customers doing with Service Cloud that is just different from your traditional use of Salesforce, and how are they seeing success? So really what the whole deal behind it is for us to first off talk about something we're just passionate about, because we've worked in this for many, many years, and we really enjoy the product. We've seen it mature so much, and Cheryl and I are just getting a chance to talk about the things we really enjoy about Service Cloud, and like I say, to show some customer success out there, to get a chance to interview folks is a lot of fun too, because I think that's going to be inspiration to a lot of folks to be able to see what's possible with it that they haven't tried yet.
I mean, that's awesome. I mean, you just said a mouthful. I mean, that's just a lot of insight and a lot to take in. So what are the format of your podcast, and how often do you release an episode?
Yeah, so we're doing it about every month right now is what our plan is. We've just put our first episode out, which is really introducing Cheryl and myself, but the format of it is going to be, generally, it's going to be us interviewing someone else. So we plan on having guests on it, and we hope to have a lot of different people, but like I say, it'll be about once a month. If we can get into the groove in this, we might be able to do it every 3 weeks, maybe even every 2 weeks, but our goal is to really be able to produce a quality podcast that people are able to use and be inspired by. So yeah, it's going to be interviews, lots of things. We're planning to bring in some folks from Salesforce as well. So we'll see if we can get some future. Well, everything's going to have to be covered in safe harbor. We're all used to that, though, aren't we?
Safe harbor, as Steve Mill would say. Well, that's great. I mean, for those attending the call today, if you haven't met Cheryl, she's a treat. She's got that New York slang and accent, but she's very involved in the community, very involved on Twitter. I actually follow her on Facebook, and she makes me chuckle. Whenever I am having a bad day, and I can look at Facebook and get a laugh from Cheryl. So I'm definitely going to tune into your podcast and listen more.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for being a guest on the Demo Jam Salesforce Public Service Announcements.
Exactly.
All right, so it looks like we're almost there, and we have a winner. Over to you, Jeff.
All right, so it looks like here's what we're going to be doing today. We've got a winner. Based on everything that we've got in here, we are proud to announce that the winner today is Drawloop.
Woohoo! Hey, Jeff.
It's him.
Drawloop was one of mine.
There we go. We got the official applause there. And are we going to do the reveal here of the desktop, Joshua?
I don't know about that. So let's go back to Drawloop. Jim, are you still out there?
Yeah, we're here. Really excited to win and happy to show our desktop for our gift to the audience, those that respond the fastest.
All right, congratulations, and let's see your desktop.
Oh, look at
Can
that.
everyone see that there?
Nice. See, this is why you stay to the
Good.
end of the entire
Email sales@drawloop.com. First 50 will fire out a $10 Starbucks gift card.
Hey, what about that? That's not bad at all.
No, exactly. So not only is that great because you guys won, but it's great to be able to have people stick around till the end to find out who's the winner. We really want to thank everybody who was part of the. I'm sorry, Joshua. I keep wanting to say podcast. So this is not a podcast. This is actually the demo jam, which I'm really excited to be part of this. Joshua and I are going to be doing this every month with the AppExchange, and we really thank all of our participants today, especially Drawloop, who are our winners.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a real treat to see all of these apps integrate with each other. I mean, the key thing about sort of what we do during these demo jams is we basically give these partners a way to let the Salesforce ecosystem know how you can access apps in the AppExchange to make your life easier. I mean, all of these apps that you've seen today are really all about configuration and not code. So the AppExchange is going to make your life easy. I mean, if you guys are ever looking for the easy button, I mean, appexchange.com. I mean, why not? But in other news, Jeff, there are 2 other demo jams that we've got planned as well, just to let the audience know. So I think we've got something coming up in New York potentially for the New York Salesforce tour, and then the next demo jam will actually be, looking at my calendar right now, on the 19th. We'll do our typical third Thursday demo jam. So if you're going to be out in New York, hopefully we'll see you. If not, you can tune in to next month's webinar on the 19th.
Exactly. Joshua and I are both going to be in New York for that, so if you can stop by at the New York City World Tour in Javits Center, that's going to be happening on the 18th, and then the following day we're going to be doing like this, the third Thursday of the month, Demo Jam. We've got 4 partners for each of those. Looking forward to highlighting some new folks. And by the way, this group has set the bar pretty high for integration to other apps and, kind of giving props to each other. I think that's great the way they hand it off.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks everyone for attending. Over to you, Amanda. Still out there?
I am. Thank you. This was great. I was laughing hysterically with Thriller, and I loved how everybody engaged each other by showing each other's apps. It really supports the point that the AppExchange and the ecosystem is all about working together and putting our great apps together to help customers do their jobs better and support their businesses. So that was great. As the guys mentioned, we do have our next demo jam next month, same time, same place. And we're excited to have another sales-focused demo jam with Cloud Craze, Steelbrick, Exactly, LinkedIn, and the Taz Group. And that will be on 11/19. And join us in New York on the World Tour on the 18th, as Josh mentioned, where we will very likely be doing a demo jam live in front of your eyes, which with these great folks here. So that'll be great to see Jeff and Josh live. And we have recorded today's webinar, so you can definitely share it out. We will be sending the link out via Twitter. And the last thing I want to mention is if you go to bit.ly/demojam with capital D, capital J, you can see all of today's apps and check them out and install them and get them now. So go to bit.ly/demojam and see all of the apps that we got to get a great chance to experience today. Thank you all, and have a great day.
Awesome. Thanks, Amanda.